We are about the Ask John here. This video, I want to talk about news. I want to talk about censorship, freedom of expression, authority. Now, what tricks me, what makes me want to talk about this subject is that today I saw news. Some guy in a WeChat group criticized a martyr or a dead hero. Soon he was arrested. He was jailed, and very, very possibly he will face maybe like a 2-3 year sentence. This is not a joke. This is really happening in China. I don't know, the news didn't mention how he criticized or how he belittled the martyr, the dead hero. And this is, it's not coincidence. It's not coincidence. It's not accidental. It happens all the time. Even like several occurrences a day. You will see it on the news. Some. If you are like influencer, not even you. Whether you are an influencer or just a regular dude, whether you speak on the news, you know how to speak on the news, on WeChat group, on social media, it's very, very easy for you to get into trouble. And right now, it's not just get into trouble, it's get jailed. What do I think about this? I think it is necessary for China, but it's a little bit too much. Especially when you compare this with America, But on the other hand, I think America is just too loose. It's just too free. If by China's standards, half of American people probably will be in jail. Just because what they say on Twitter, on social media. Because in China, you don't question about the authority. You don't question about the leadership, whether it's the current leadership or the leadership before. There was a very famous TV host, what's his name? Fujian. Yeah, it's very, very famous. Over 95% of Chinese know this dude. He was a CCTV host. So what did he do? In a dinner with his friends. He probably a little bit drunk at that time. He talked about Mao, and what he talked about was recorded without him knowing. He basically said that, because of Mao, Chinese people suffered. So he was recorded saying this, and after it appeared on the internet, it went viral, and very soon he found himself demoted, isolated, sidelined, fall from grace within 1 day. That's how quick things can do. This is even more serious than American cancel culture. You got people say, oh, cancel this, cancel that. China has way more cancel culture than America. Alright? Like I said, like by Chinese standard, more than half Americans will be in jail. You know, by Chinese standards, the dude, black and abroad in Asia, you know, if he speaks Chinese, you know, on YouTube about this, he also would get into trouble. But because he's speaking English and his channel is so insignificant, nobody cares. But if you are Chinese, if somebody reported you, it's very, very easy for you to get into trouble. You feel what I'm saying? Even right now, like I'm speaking English, but I'm in China. I'm uploading this video on YouTube, but I'm still in China. It's very easy, you know, if I slipped, whoops, you won't see me again. Like, you know how famous Jack Ma is, you know how Jack Ma disappeared for like half a year. You know, they could make him disappear, they could make me disappear forever. That's for sure. So when I see news like this, on the other hand, I can understand why Chinese government do this, because, you know, under socialism, under communism, it's all about solidarity. It's all about control, stability. You know, in the US, you often hear corporate America, but in China, it's communism China, right? So it affects the way people do things, the way people say things, how we operate every day. The good thing is that the people here, we don't have a lot of like, people are not that polarized as Americans. People get along. You do have dissidents, but if you have problem with the government, with the system, you better keep it to yourself. And you better not have problem with the government. Otherwise, if you are vocal enough, you will get into trouble. So, but sometimes, you know, it's a little bit it goes too overboard. People just not afraid to talk about things. So that is why, like, I think, like, for that part, I always feel I always, you know, feel I always want to express my gratitude toward YouTube, toward Google, which makes me say what I want to say, see what I want to say, without any obstacle. You know, in China, you know, by default, you can't say what you say, can't see what I see, unless, like, you use a VPN to climb over the Great Firewall of China. But like I said, America is so divided. People, you know, it's just people just arguing too much. Like Trump, we know, like Trump, something he said is wrong, but you have people defending him no matter what, keeping for him no matter what. You know, let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to the basic knowledge. the common knowledge, science. Respect the science, respect the knowledge. You know, don't defend a person just because he did something you may like. I mean, so. And I think, you know, I wouldn't mind, like, if YouTube or Twitter or Facebook tighten the control. Like, from what I have seen, I think like social media companies are doing are more going toward the direction of China. Is that what I mean is that like, you have to respect the authority. You don't have too many voices, because so many people they lack of understanding. You know, they don't go to the college. They don't know what's good and what's right. They could be easily incited, like the incitement or insurrection, or attacking the Washington, you know, Capitol Hill. I'm sure many of those people, they just like brainwashed. They don't know what's good and what's wrong, what's right and what's not right. So I think it is necessary for social media to control what people say. Like, you may say something, but we don't let it be heard. You know, China is like doing right, but it's kind of going extreme. So yeah, that's what I have to say for this video. Thanks for watching. I'm out.